Big shout to okjersey.com. Scan the QR code below and actually go to the link below to get affordable football shirts from all the European leagues, including the English clubs, all of them, Liverpool, Arsenal, United, City, Spurs, Chelsea, all of them, of course, are all there. You can get the current ones, past seasons, and also some absolute gems out there, vintage ones, and actually very affordable football shirts, high quality, like the one I'm wearing right here. It is very simple to get one. Let me show you how. You go to the website. It's very simple. You click on the Premier League, pick the club you want. For me, I pick Newcastle, for example. You go there, you will find all the current ones, training ones as well. You add whatever you want to the cart. Of course, check the sizes, add a patch, add to cart, but also never forget, as it says below, scan the QR code and put the code JUDGE in the checkout to get 8% discount. It's that easy. Just go to the website, check the football shirt you want. You will not regret it. Now, let's get back to our stream. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judge Moy. We can tell who's late to the stream. It's Don Osam, of course. The one who has access to the channel is late, actually. I hope that everything is well with him. Maybe he's praying or something. Hit that like button. Big up everyone that joined us from the Football Terrace, of course. And if you haven't, big up, hit that like button. I need to go to 200 likes live, people. I need to get to 200 likes live. We got Ashraf Talks Ball. We got the Mancunian way. Martin, of course, giving us his time. If you haven't checked out OK Jersey, I literally just received a package today with a lot of shirts, actually. But look at this vintage Arsenal shirts, 95 away shirt, actually. It's a very, very good quality. So go and check them out. Happy holidays, everyone, for everyone that is celebrating Christmas around the world. Happy holidays. Of course, hit that like button and subscribe. And Martin, are you all right? You good? Merry Christmas, Martin. I know you're the one who celebrates Christmas here.
Running around like a blue ass fly, trying to get everything done.
Yes, yes.
As you know, I'm dressed up, so I'm going straight out after this.
I know you are. I know you are, and you're giving us our time. Let's start right away. Let's start right away by saying, Ashraf said last week, by the way, I haven't streamed with you two since last week, since Arsenal won against Everton and Man City won against West Ham. Ashraf said that he's expecting Man City to be behind Arsenal in the next 2 games. Right? More than 2 points. Do you still hold that with Man City keeping 4 clean sheets in a row? In the league only. 4 clean sheets. 3-0, 3-0, 2-0, 3-0.
No, the more than 2 points was when you look at their, I said by the time they play Liverpool,
Chelsea.
so they
Chelsea.
finished away
By the time
fixtures.
we did the next 5
No, I didn't
games.
say Chelsea. No, I didn't do Chelsea. I said by the time they finish playing Liverpool, I think we'll be like more than 6 points clear of them. The next 2 games, they can drop points because they're both away. But I wouldn't be surprised if they win both because it's Forest and an AFCON stricken Sunderland. But I think after the Liverpool game, we'll probably be 6+ points ahead of them, unless we end up having a disastrous run, which I don't foresee.
Martin, how do you see your team? It's different team than last season. Manchester City. Different team than the season before. You kept telling me this in the summer.
How do
I
I
didn't
see it
believe you.
now? Or how do I see it overall?
How do you see it now? Like, how do you see the team now? Is it ready to go and snatch the title?
Not fully, no. I think there's still 2-3 gears to go up on this team. I think that's the scary thing that I think many people aren't realising, and Pep keeps talking about it. We're doing this in second gear a lot at the minute. We're not even in third and fourth gear at the minute. So to me, I do think there's a lot more to come. Obviously, it's dependent on getting the injuries back. We need to
what injuries? You only have Rodri.
Doku's out, Stones is out.
But Stones is not relevant to the City team, to be honest.
Well, it is because we've got one CDM in the whole fit. That's why
Rodri is coming back.
Well, we don't know. We don't know when Rodri's coming back, do we?
It's astonishing, actually, that City are playing well without Rodri. That everyone was telling me that it's.
Well, at the minute, we're having
my point. Pep Guardiola can make anybody look good, to be honest with you.
Well, at the moment, we're moving Mateus Nunes into the CDM role for 20 minutes. To give Nico Gonzalez the rest.
Do you think but Nico Gonzalez has been okay. He hasn't been amazing, Nico Gonzalez. He has been okay.
He's been phenomenal. Nico Gonzalez.
Very good. Phenomenal is. Do you think? Okay, after do you think Nico Gonzalez has been better or Zubamendi, for example?
Zubamendi. But I think Nico Gonzalez has been really good, to be honest. I actually liked him even when he was at Porto, which is why when they signed him last year in Jan, I thought he's going to bang immediately. He's going to be a good cover for Rodri, but it obviously took him time to get adjusted. And I know people, including City fans, were saying he's going to be a flop, but he obviously just needed time. It'll be interesting to see once Rodri's finally back and fit, how they're going to play with each other, or if he's just going to be covered. But I don't think that's a problem for them to even think about now. He has been quite good this season.
I wanted to ask something about why is everyone hesitant now? Why no one says that City are favorites to win the title? Is that because nobody believes it, or people are scared to say that? Because I'm going to give you the facts, right? Over the last 4 games, the stats have shifted. City now are more goal difference. They are 10 goals ahead of Arsenal. They didn't concede goals. You still have to go to the Etihad. I'm giving you the facts, right? If no one is invested in this title race, I think logically speaking, they might say that it's City are ahead of Arsenal currently.
Why? No, I disagree with that.
Okay, you're 2 points ahead of them, correct? But in the same time,
played the more difficult fixtures, yeah.
That's a lot of waffle, that, by the way.
It's not waffle at all. It's literally, you look at the away games we have played versus the away games they have played. The away games
you played about 1 or 2 more games, that's it.
No, so we played Chelsea away, Liverpool away, and United away, which you haven't finished yet.
Are we going to do this just by shouting over each other, or are we going to do it like
I'm not shouting. I'm responding to your logical point.
You jumped in like you jumped straight away there. But City have been to Palace, we've been to Brighton, we've been to Newcastle, we've been to your gaff.
Brighton, we finished Newcastle as well. And Brighton is not supposed to be...
But there's this thing, City haven't been anywhere away. We've been plenty of places away and won.
Martin, I named teams that are actually considered very difficult away games to go to, like Chelsea, like Liverpool, like United. I'm not even going to count Sunderland. Fair enough. Let's not count them.
Listen, if you want to count United away is difficult.
No, it's not off. It is difficult. It will be a difficult game
for you. We've both been for us for the last few years.
Yeah, I know, but they're much better United this season than they were last season. They finished 17th or 15th or whatever they finished.
We've already slapped them 3-0.
At the Etihad, yeah, but not at Old Trafford. And we both have to go to Spurs. If you want to play that game, we both
So
have
you
to
always
go to
win at
Spurs.
Spurs.
Where we
Yeah,
destroy them every season.
Yeah,
we
we've
destroy
always
them
won
every
at
season.
Spurs. We've always won at Spurs. It's at the Etihad we lose.
No, you haven't. What do you mean?
We've won the last 2 or 3 there.
You won last season at Spurs.
And we won the season before in the Cup. I was there.
Wait, last season you won. You beat Spurs? I thought they beat you home and away. Fairs. Did you beat Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium last season? When you
last
third?
season we weren't beating anyone, but we haven't got this bad record at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The record's at the Etihad, where we're normally crap.
How many games have you won in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? I know you won. You won the cup. You won the cup and you won the 23-24 season. I think outside that you lost every other game.
I'll have a look.
I'm pretty sure. Because when you beat them in the cup 2-0, that was the first time you ever.
Is this what you're hoping for on these away games?
No,
is that
it's not what I'm hoping. It's not what I'm hoping for because
it's actually. Can I just correct something? At the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, Manchester City won last season. They won the season before. So over the last 2 games, and they won in the cup. So the last 3 games at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, apart from the EFL Cup, Manchester City.
So which game did they lose then?
They did May 20. Okay, so last season, Manchester City won 1-0 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. In 2024, Manchester City has won 2-0 at the Etihad. In January 26, 2024, Manchester City has won 1-0 at the Etihad. And then at the Etihad, before that, Man City lost, and then they lost before that, and then they lost before that. So in the last 3 games, they literally won. At the in the last 4 games, they won 3 and lost 1. And we also have seen Spurs against Liverpool. Liverpool were awful and they still won. And also that game is not even soon, is it?
Wait, Spurs had 2 red cards or 1 red card, sorry.
And Spurs weren't magnificent, to be honest. If it wasn't for the red card, I thought Spurs would have been lost even more, to be honest with you. I generally believe that. But that's currently Manchester City have better stats than Arsenal. I'm so
confused. So City beat them last season, okay, and they lost last season 2-1 at the cup, okay.
But you do know,
and won. They won and 1 cup and lost at 1 cup.
What's your? And it's fine. It's your opinion. It's absolutely fine. But your opinion that City have these tough away games apparently coming up.
Yeah,
is that what's giving you the hope? We'll be 6 clear, but you'll be 6 clear.
No, I've been saying it from the summer. I think we're a better team than City. We have a better squad. Even before seeing Liverpool blip, I said Liverpool will finish first, we'll finish second, and City will finish third. I said all 3 of us will challenge for the title. I didn't think Chelsea will be there, which so far proves like it's the case. And I said we'll challenge for the league, but in the end, we'll pep City.
So what weaknesses do you see at City? Let's be objective on this show. Let's be objective. What do you think is the weakness of Manchester City? And I'm gonna ask Martin, what weakness does he see at Arsenal?
Again, I'm saying weaknesses for City compared to Arsenal, not weaknesses of City compared to the rest of the league, obviously, because we're going up against each other only. Compared to Arsenal, I think they're weaker than us defensively. I think they concede a lot more clear-cut chances. Even when they do keep clean sheets, I think they're like Crystal Palace, for example, had chances to score. I know 1 or 2 of them were offside, but they had chances to score even when they were offside.
That's good defending.
But it's again, you say that, but I don't think you play on the offside trap like that. And I only said 1 or 2 chances, but my point is defensively, I think you're a lot weaker.
Quick question: how do we play? So before we get into this, how do we play? You're telling me we don't play. How do we play?
Wait, so you play intentionally to get the offside trap all the time?
We have done a lot more this season than we've ever done.
Okay, fair. I think defensively they are weaker. I think they can be got at more than Arsenal can be got at. I think attacking wise they're really good. They can dismantle any low block, but it also depends on I feel like whenever City don't score first, they sometimes struggle. I think when they score first, outside the Brighton game, which fair enough was ages ago, they usually end up controlling the game and doing well. So I think it's imperative that they end up.
You see my point. They have to go back to August
midfield.
Across.
I mean, I said outside the Brighton game, which was far away, and I did say after that, if you concede first, I think you're in trouble. And I think midfield also still has some gaps. I know they've been dominating certain games really well, but I think if they go up against these big teams, I think that midfield is not strong enough to stop other dominant midfields. We've seen them against Villa and against Newcastle. They were Obviously, they were not dominated, but they lost both, and they couldn't win that battle.
So
I
that's
wish a
what
lot
you
of Arsenal fans thought like Ashraf. It would make YouTube football debates a lot better because all the Arsenal fans are losing their shit. Like every time City win a game, every time City
Yeah,
score
I
a
don't know
goal,
why. It's mad.
going mental. I think Arsenal fans need to realize this actually might even seep into the team and affect people negatively. Start getting nervous as shit for no reason. Like it's still December. Martin infamously said there is no league titles given in December, so it's still early. There's still 3, 4, 5 months left of the season. And I think I do agree that Arsenal did go to the tougher away games because still the obviously the big one is the Etihad, but you still have to go to Anfield and multiple different stadiums. So no guaranteed win in the Premier League anyway. All the games are difficult, but the degrees of difficulties differ. For me personally, I just I still don't believe in the City side yet because I've seen City when they are like, when what happened.
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
I've seen City when they're like, when they're crazy and they go on mad winning runs and stuff. I don't watch this current City side and feel that way. Like I feel like City are I feel like City are due like a big loss at some point as well. Like I watch City and I think there's gonna be a game where they lose by 3 goals or something. So yeah, I think City are gonna be there. They'll be in the title race, but I still think Arsenal will win it because of their solid defensive structure. Like their defense is so strong. Showed it again against Everton. The 0.2 xG, 0 big chances for Everton again. So that defense for me is what will carry them. Because come March time, April time, May time, like you'll win a lot of games 1-0 because you'll be facing teams that are fighting for their life, like relegation sides. You'll be fighting teams that are fighting for Europe. You'll be facing teams that are doing so much in terms of like where they have to be in the league. The only teams that you face in that time that are probably easy games is teams that are on the beach. Like as an example, Bournemouth away in April might be an easy game because the players are already planning their holidays because they can't get top 4, they can't get Europe, they're just sat there like basically nothing will happen, they can't get relegated, the teams on the beach. Other than that, I think like most of the games in April, March and May, regardless who they're against, are usually tough games unless it's against teams on the beach. So I'm gonna
let Martin respond before I respond.
I back Arsenal's defensive structure more in that period.
Oh, absolutely fine. The thing is, City we're already on a 7-game winning run, and it's going very under the radar by everyone. We're not conceding goals. We're getting goals from all over the pitch.
I mentioned this every stream.
Yeah, I know. We're getting goals from all over the pitch, so that's Haaland FC in the bin for everyone. Kept saying it. And Pep says we're not even we're in second gear. But and people going about the Aston Villa game. Went there with no CDM. Went there behind us as a CDM. There's this thing, City have had injuries, Arsenal have had injuries. Injuries are just part of the game, you get on with it. But the simple fact is City are just doing the bit and we're going through the motions. And it's a big if at the moment. We get Rodri back. We give Nico G some rest. At the moment, the thing is, I don't even see us. You say about conceding chances, but everyone concedes chances.
Well, Arsenal don't.
Belief at the minute that chances is now a negative thing.
Well, to be honest with you, Arsenal don't, which is their XG currently is less than 10 XG in 17 games, which is. The next one is you.
I don't think Arsenal concede chances, Martin. That's the thing. That's why when we watch Arsenal, we're bored as shit because they don't concede chances.
It's a boring game. Arsenal
pass. By the way, City can go away to Palace and win 3-0 and you're still entertained. Arsenal are boring as fuck for neutrals or like non-Arsenal fans because they don't concede chances. They don't concede chances at all. Like Everton had no sniff, basically. That's how much in control they were.
Well, they should have had.
That's a different
football with me, though.
That's different. You're talking about the penalty. That's different. I'm talking about like it. Like did
I don't even know you can even shake your head at that one. But never mind.
Listen, Raya could have had shisha in that game. He could have had shisha. He could have given him a coffee, and he would have been okay.
But you're talking like Donnarumma's pulling off 5. So this is my thing. It's yes, we do concede chances. That's because of the way we play. But we're outscoring teams a lot at the moment.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And if you score 3 goals a game and concede 1, I'll take that every day.
Martin,
you know, I said this at the start of the season. I said this to you at the start of the season. We were going to be more entertaining this year. We were going to score more goals. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're going through this motion now, like creating chances against you is a dirty thing. And he's banned. My thing for City is I think we'll outscore most people.
For me, I'm going to tell you something, Martin, about this. I actually think if City continue like this, they will be very dangerous because the trajectory that City are going for is actually defensive solidity. Chelsea are getting better defensively. I'm going to remind you something about something. 4 games ago or 5, City, 4 or 5 games ago, City had already 15 XG conceded against them. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now they are on 19 in 4 more games, right? So City's defense is getting better, including the Crystal Palace, while the attack is getting better and better as well. I actually think it's not only about City. City are exceeding my expectations. Arsenal are doing what I expected them to do, right? The problem with Arsenal is we have to be honest. Are the 1-0s and the 2-1s sustainable? Or the 3-0s and the 2-0s are more sustainable? So we cannot be sitting here. And that's what I mean. Listen, I still think that Arsenal are currently stronger than City, right? And there is a reason for it because I think if Gabriel comes back, I think that adds to Arsenal and think that Arsenal will get better from here. And I think City will get a little bit better from here as well. Like both will get better. However, we cannot ignore because 5-6 weeks ago, we're saying that there is not going to be a title race, that Arsenal will need a canter. It's not only us, right? It was Talk Sport, it was Sky Sports, it was TNT, it was people that hate Arsenal were saying this, correct? Tell me I'm wrong, right? Everyone was saying this. Now we're sitting here analyzing what are the weaknesses of City. That means City have done something that we didn't expect. City are 2 points behind Arsenal, right? But Arsenal lately have won the 1-0s and the 2-1s, especially against Everton, against the Wolves, right? If City have done this, what Arsenal did, I believe that we'll be starting asking questions. So my pushback on this is that people say that Arsenal will get better, City will get better, but Arsenal will not get better. I'm expecting Arsenal to get better, you know, that's what I mean.
I expect both teams to get better.
Yeah.
And both teams will drop points again.
When you say you expect
of course.
both teams to be better, though, that's not what people say. That's the problem. The problem with the narrative is essentially City are in second gear. They're going to get a lot better. I watch Arsenal sometimes. They're in neutral. Arsenal are not executing themselves on the pitch. Like they're not killing themselves trying to create something or do something. Arsenal are dead a lot of the times when I watch them, which is why I think they'll win the league eventually. Like I'm not entertained at all doing Arsenal watch-alongs. Only reason I do Arsenal watch-alongs is because it's my job. Today there's Arsenal Palace on. No, I swear to God, this is just because it's my job. Tonight there is the Carabao Cup watch-along. Yeah, if tonight the options was Arsenal Palace or City Bournemouth, 100% I would choose City Bournemouth. 100%. Even if it was reversed, even if it was City Palace or Arsenal Bournemouth, I'm choosing City Palace. But like Arsenal Palace is the only game on tonight, so I have to cover it because it's my fucking job. Like other than that, like I'm not sat here enjoying watching Arsenal games. The thing is, like teams concede chances.
Yeah, but they aren't creating as much chances.
Time and April time is these and Martin knows this better than everyone. You come up against these relegation sides and they turn into Brazil 2002. Like they're fighting for their Premier League life, and suddenly their striker is scoring goals, and suddenly they're doing this, and suddenly so like they're not even they're doing their absolute maximum best to win the game, which doesn't exist before that, to be honest with you. So that's why for me, I look at this situation with with Arsenal, and I just back their defense come crunch time.
Yeah, but you can't do that because the attack of Arsenal doing what we're expecting them to do. My Arsenal defense.
No, I answered.
It's gonna get them the draws. Okay, so I get it. The problem with Arsenal was draws, right? Is the attack gonna continue like this, or is it gonna improve for Arsenal? If the attack doesn't improve,
didn't you say you think we're gonna improve more?
My question to you: how can Arsenal improve? So how can City improve?
There's a lot of basics. I mean, right now we're averaging 1.82 goals a game, which would take us to 69. Does anyone think we're going to end the season with 69 goals? It's obvious that it is going to improve, especially when these players are back, when we get more fluid. I remember the 23-24 season. That first half, we were not pacing well. We were winning. We had like a bunch of away wins, all by 1 goal, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. And then second half, we started like piping teams up. Like if we're saying City will improve and their attack will get better or defense will get better, obviously it's logical to assume that our attack will also get better. Like players get adjusted to each other. Right now we're trying different things. Eze sometimes in the 10, sometimes Eze on the left. Odegaard sometimes starts, sometimes Odegaard is on the bench. Once we get something a lot more stable, you're going to see us pouring as well and getting goals.
But everyone's doing that. That's my argument.
But City are trying. What if City gets it? It looks like, I just read the news, it looks like Semenyo is choosing City. So imagine Manchester City's attack with Nico Gonzalez, Foden, Cherki, Semenyo right, Doku left, Haaland up top. Huh?
Okay.
I don't rate Semenyo. You're speaking to the wrong guy.
What?
I don't rate Semenyo.
By the way, guys, Chelsea aren't going to hijack Semenyo. I don't think Chelsea are going to hijack Semenyo.
I don't even want Semenyo at Liverpool.
Oh, I've
been saying that for a long time. I don't rate Semenyo. I think Semenyo is massively overhyped.
Yeah, I'm not going to one of these people. Semenyo does choose Chelsea. I'm not going to say he's overhyped because he's turning down my club. I'm not going to play that.
He's a baller.
I know there's a lot of people doing that now.
And he can play right wing and left wing. He can play
now it's talking about Liverpool now. Like there was just a report that's saying that Semenyo would choose Manchester City project over Man United, and now IndyCar is saying Liverpool sporting director is ready to bring Antoine Semenyo to Liverpool.
Stop! Why are you quoting
guys?
IndyCar?
I am not an ITK, but I'll tell you something. Just watch out for the possibility of Barcola to Liverpool. They're trying.
You kept telling us this like 2 years.
Yeah, but there's a reason why I mentioned it.
They've
I do not say stuff out my ass.
I know
they want to go again.
I know there are no smoke without, and there are tons of links Liverpool to Barcola since like 2 summers ago, right? PSG will let him go finally.
Fuck the links. أنا بحكي لك I know something. I know that.
Yeah, man, you told me this 2 years.
It might not work out, but I'm just saying I know that they're trying. There's a reason why for the last 3-4 days in a row, people who watch my channel will tell you I've been speaking about Barcola. I think it's a possibility to happen in January. It might happen.
He sucks in front of goal, though, man. He sucks in front of goal. Like,
you ever come to me ever
so
again
bad in front of goal.
We don't need trouble. Ashraf, you look at this Liverpool side. We need so much more than in front of goal. In front of goal, عادي.
Mo, they need to spend another $500 million.
Liverpool are not spoken about enough. It's one of the biggest failures.
Anyway, guys, we're on the title race topic.
Wallah, some of the biggest failures. Well, you know what? There is a tweet this morning, like Lippi and some other and AG. You know,
why did Conte do today to Bologna what you couldn't do, huh?
Because we don't have content.
Anyway,
why are you so triggered? You spent
Bologna,
we're top of the league, bro, and Napoli spent more than us.
It's not MHF.
Where you are? Hold on, stop this, bro. These guys have a title-winning team. Title-winning team spent $500 million. They're talking about the possibility of making top 5.
You lost the league title to Pioli. You lost the league title to Pioli.
It doesn't matter.
Pioli got sacked at Al-Nassr.
We didn't spend $500 million.
Inter Milan sucks. Juve won 10 in a row.
We didn't spend $500 million. It doesn't matter. In your lifetime, you have seen 2 league titles.
No one ever won 10 in a row.
I'm gonna
your
talk.
shitty little league.
When you stop talking, here you go.
You were sat there with Gökhan Inler watching Juve win league titles. Gökhan Inler.
And you had Jay Spearing. Now the difference is
Martin, where you going after this?
You guys, I'm gonna tell you
No,
something.
I'm
You know
going
what is-
to a family event. It's going
I
to be a
actually
lovely
think-
time.
I
We
actually,
were talking
win
title
title
race.
race.
I
We were
actually think
talking
the
title
worst,
race. Yeah,
the
this
worst
was
thing
so
in football.
I was going to big up
as a
Wolfie, but it's
football
calling me
fan.
fraudulent. So
The
Worst
worst
thing-
thing in football is when we
I'm
are
gonna
talking
tell you, no,
title race.
don't talk now. Don't talk. The worst thing in football in your life is to support a club all your life. I swear to God, without winning a league title, and then you see the closest to your league title, and you see your legend slips to put your hopes in vain. I think that is the worst feeling in life.
went there.
I swear to God, imagine supporting a club for 10 years, waiting for a league title, and then you're
You
closest
saw
thing to it,
Milan win the
and your
Champions League.
lovely,
You saw Juve
and your
win league
lovely
title.
player, the player you
Two
love
of your
the
biggest
most
rivals have dunked
in
on
your
you.
history literally slips, and then your hopes are in vain. Anyway,
You know
Bro,
what?
Listen,
That's
when you two want to do a
Talk
top
about-
four race,
So back to the
double
top.
check.
See, if you're in the
Are we
comments,
gonna
Wolfie, why don't you join, Wolfie? I don't understand. Why are you in the comments? Just join.
Wolfie's busy for Tuesday shows. You know that, right?
Yeah,
busy
bro,
for
this
Tuesday
guy
shows.
acts-
He's-
for
acts
most channels.
busy, bro.
Wolfie's busy for Tuesday
Wolfie's
show.
only
I'm
busy for
playing
most
dirty. Go, guys. Yeah, imagine. Oh my God, supporting the biggest club in England. At least we're not the biggest club in Italy.
Should we get back to
We
the
are in the
title
biggest
race?
club. In the biggest
Yeah,
club.
the reason
Yeah,
why
so
you're
we
not
talk
biggest
about the
club
two
in
relevant
Italy is
clubs.
'cause Juve have double your
Because
league.
bro, it's fine because you
Juve
are
have
bigger
double
than
your league
100%. You
Sorry,
are
I
bigger
can't
than
relate.
us, and Milan are bigger than us. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
look at
not
Wolfie.
insecure.
Wolfie's
I'm not
driving home for
Actually,
Christmas.
there's forget
Yeah,
me. There's
Wolfie, if you're
similarities.
driving home, once you reach home,
Driving
just
home
text
for
us. We'll send you the
Christmas.
link.
Anyway, we're
Actually,
losing.
there's a lot
Okay,
more
can we
similarities
move on?
between you
That's
and
big peace,
Martin
Chris,
than you
Ria.
think. You and
Moving
Martin
on.
are very
You won't
similar.
get that.
Moving on, guys.
20
It's
years
2020. Moving on بقى خلاص moving on. رزعنا وكملنا.
Orsolini!
It's in 2026 in 1 week, and you're still listening to Indy. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah,
ask
that's
Hassan for real. Moving on. Okay, moving on. Hassan, isn't Indy Kala the guy that David
So Indy
Ornstein and
kinda got
Fabrizio?
everything spot on in the summer.
Guys,
We're gonna have to
guys,
give him the
guys, are
benefit
you
of the
guys
doubt
mad
till
in the
January.
chat?
No, stop.
Man,
Guys, don't do that. Don't do that garbage.
Ashraf, stop. Hassan, can you tell them about Indy Kala?
Bro,
You don't
Indy
need to
Kyla's
tell
no
them
longer-
as if Hussam and Mo they get secret like news and that none of us are privy to. We all saw the David Ornstein tweet and the stuff he said. That doesn't mean they're good. This is a Twitter account that tweets, "Oh, the Arsenal owners or the Liverpool owners sent a warning to the player and they were shaking their fist when they were so angry about this." What are you on about?
Ashraf, I think he dramatizes things, but what I think happened
And he
is-
lies. He's tweeted things that were lies, and Hand of Arsenal,
I think
which
he
is the
needs to
actual
maintain-
legit
I
account of
think he needs
Arsenal,
to
came out
maintain
saying
that,
that's a lie.
طب بالراحة
Can
بس
I
ممكن
speak?
يعني can we
I
explain
think
to
he
the
needs to
people?
maintain that fun side, but I think what happened is basically 3-4 journalists run that account now. That's
Guys,
how they
I'm
make
Yeah,
money.
gonna-
He's tweeted lies. He's tweeted 3-4 links that other legit accounts came out saying, "Why are you lying and spreading fake facts? None of this is true." Hand of Arsenal did this to him 2 months ago and said, "You are getting fake news. You don't know anyone at Arsenal. All your sources are wrong." And everyone knows Hand of Arsenal is the legit source. I used to question Hand of Arsenal, but now I actually understand that he's linked to the club and he actually has reliable sources. What are you guys on about? He's been proven to be a liar.
Guys,
I don't know
but
why
hold on.
David Ornstein
Can
gave
you
him that
can you
fame.
send me can you send me the lies you're talking about, please?
I'll
What lies
send
are
it
you
to you. Literally, Hand of Arsenal tweeted about it because he
Yeah,
linked
what
us with
lies?
some player and stuff like that, and Hand of Arsenal quote tweeted him and said he's a liar.
When?
For now,
Like
we
two-
can take what
2-3
Indy
months ago,
says
one
correctly until he stops being correct. It's simple as that.
Brother, I remember in the summer.
He is being
Every-
incorrect.
Allah al-Azim, ya Ashraf. Everything he said in the summer was correct. Every single tweet about transfers.
Specifically
Not
about
the me, not the this guy shook this guy's hand and this guy like no, but every single link was correct, guys.
I think they need to
Like,
maintain
genuinely.
that for comedic. They need to
Go ahead,
maintain
Wolf.
that for comedic value, Ashraf.
They are-
Comedic value is one thing. He's lying about. Okay, fine. Let's just find the things.
The Isak transfer. I don't
Ashraf, you
think
must
it's-
be really fun at parties. Can you let Indy Kyla
Guys,
Guys, if he gets 2 or 3 things right and he gets 20 other things wrong, that doesn't mean even a broken clock gets the time right twice a day. What are you on about?
Yeah, I know. We work with you.
Sure, yeah.
Hmm.
Bro, nobody presses you the way I do.
Well, if Chelsea get Semenyo, Can I ask you guys something? Why
Wallah,
would
if Chelsea
Semenyo,
gets Semenyo, yeah, what will
why
happen?
would no? Why would
Money.
Semenyo choose Chelsea over Man City for real? I'm being
Money.
serious. No, Chelsea don't pay money. What are you
Out of
talking
the-
about? Chelsea
Chelsea
don't pay
apparently
money.
offered him more a wage packet than what City are.
Chelsea
Out of
don't
the
pay top
available
wages.
options, I think City is number one most attractive. I'll go Liverpool second, Chelsea third, United fourth.
I actually think the one that should get him, to be honest with you, is Arsenal. This attachment to players that Mikel Arteta has. Ya Habibi, sell Martin. Ya Habibi, sell Martinelli. Sell Martinelli. It's okay to get rid of some of the players you like. Like, I don't get it. Like, City, when they don't like a player, they're listening to offers right away. You know, listen to offers. Come with the money.
The thing is,
We'll sell you the
how
player.
many wingers do Chelsea want? They just stop piling wingers up now. They're going to have to add another 185 pages just for wingers.
I don't know what Chelsea want to be. At this moment, well, Matisse tweeted and said something. I said, we're already replacing our £290 million wingers already.
You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Matisse is already.
That's actually true too.
We're already replacing the £90 million wingers that just got in the summer. We're trying to replace them now. Like to be honest with you, that the flip for profit shit is crazy, bro. Imagine if this January they sell one of Gittins and Garnacho and get Semenyo. I'm like, bro, you guys are crazy, actually. But let's go back to City. Last time Haiti qualified in the World Cup was 1974, 52 years ago. Mo can tell you all about it. Well, like that World Cup in 1974, Castro was very good. Actually, it's actually fantastic.
Shut up. Shut up, bro.
No, seriously, it was actually a very good World Cup.
Don't make it seem like you were alive and you watched the World Cup, bro. We understand you're old, but you're not that
1974.
You know that.
It was
old,
very
man.
good.
Wait, who were the two
look-
finalists? Who were the two finalists without? Who were the two finalists without googling quickly?
What? Who were the two
Who
finalists
were
in
the two finalists?
1974?
Guys, he's being sarcastic, dumbasses.
I understand that, but he should at
Are
least
you
know who were the
calling a
finalists.
dumbass, you dolphin?
I actually don't
Who were the
remember.
finalists? Yeah,
The
it was
Dolphins
Oh,
West
were
hold on,
Germany.
hold on. Germany.
It was West
one-
Germany.
West
and-
Germany against Italy, no?
No,
No, against
Italy were
Netherlands.
1970. Netherlands.
Germany
That's
versus
Cruyff.
Guys, come on. I got 15 minutes. Let's move
That's
on.
the
I got
Cruyff.
15 minutes. Get
That's
rolling.
the Cruyff talk. Okay, Omar. يعني انت كمان you asked me this in private and I told you by the way I literally put automatic ads for YouTube now, and by the way YouTube has had a new thing, it's called automatic ads, right? It's clear now. I don't even in my videos I don't put the ads anymore. YouTube chooses where to put ads.
يعني عمر
Right?
انت عايش بمدينتي.
يعني you
جاي
know
تفتح
Omar,
لي
you
على
asked me
الads.
this.
Guys, you realize
اسمع
Yeah, exactly.
اشتري
get
يوتيوب
your premium,
بريميوم
عمر.
سد بوزك وخلاص. انا مع احترامي لك.
guys, you realize Martin said he has 15 minutes and we're talking about ads.
No, the reason YouTube have done that is because you were right. They're trying to push you into YouTube Premium.
Yeah, it's not about us, bro. I don't control fucking
That's a
ads.
YouTube thing. Complain to Google. Off you go.
Yeah.
Complain to us.
Anyway, back to how. Okay, so what Arsenal attack? If it continues like this, I don't think it's gonna win them the league as much. I think Gabriel adds to that attack. I think Arsenal don't have the maverick that Shirky is now. I think he's playing to a level that
Wow,
no
we're
one is
calling
playing.
Shirky Maverick.
He's a maverick, of course.
He's a very good player.
Don't be shameless.
He's a
Easy on the
maverick.
Maverick, though. 'cause
Okay, hold
Maverick is
on.
Like,
How is not a maverick someone that created
Maverick
10
is a
big
big
chances?
word, Mo.
Okay, Sam.
Yeah.
How is
That was
Shirky?
130
How
million.
is Shirky from 0 big chances created 500 minutes later to 10 big chances created top of the league? How? Not a maverick? Yeah, no, not a.
They're actually
Wallahi,
not top of the
if
league.
this was Wirtz, you would have had streams. If this was Wirtz, you would have had
No,
streams.
don't do it. No, Mo, we're just going to go back to a Liverpool debate. Don't fall for it.
No, but reality, Shirky is
not
playing.
falling
Shirky,
for
Wait,
Shirky is playing to a level. Come on now, are we gonna laugh? Are we having a laugh?
He's playing at a good level, yeah.
500 minutes,
Yeah,
10 big
Shirky's
chances
playing at a
created.
good level,
Ashraf
yeah.
already. 10.
Yeah.
You know, he only played 500 minutes.
Odegaard at his best is plays at that level, but unfortunately he hasn't been at that level.
The big thing for Cherky
Shirky is amazing, yeah.
It's the relationship between Foden and Cherky. That is actually the thing that I'm most excited about. They're getting the best out of each other.
The relationship
They are just
between
getting the
Foden
best.
and
They
Shirky.
suit each other. Well, what are you on
Shirky and
about?
Foden.
Yeah.
Cherky and
They-
Foden.
Yeah, they really suit each other. How they're playing, the playing styles.
I
agree with
don't know why you guys are surprised by that. It's actually
Because
true. I
Foden's
think they have
getting
a
the
very good
goals
connection.
and Cherky's getting the assists. Foden's already on 10 goals this year. Cherky's on like 6 assists. This is what's happening, and you've got it's the combination that's working really well. Now, for me, for City to get favourites into the title race, I think we need to get Rodri back. It depends what we do in January, because I think there will be 2 or 3 departures in Jan, and then it's who we bring in, and we'll see what happens. But I don't have any doubt in our goal scoring ability. I think we'll outscore anyone in this league, and I predicted that back in July, August. We will outscore anybody in this league, and if we concede a few goals, so be it. I don't worry. To the time where I worry about the goals conceding or the chances conceding is when we're not putting the ball in Union bag at the other end.
But I'm gonna remind you of something, Martin. To be honest, City have scored these goals, but you played at the Etihad. In the next back-to-back games, you play Forest and you play. Who do you play the next games? Forest
Got
and
Forest, Sunderland, and then Chelsea.
So Forest and Sunderland. Yeah, it's away from home. I don't know if you're gonna expect them to be like the same exact performances. Like
I think the
ones
big
of
thing. I think the big thing with City is we're not doing it over the 90 minutes at the moment. But we are having a 15-minute lull within games. We even did it on Saturday against West Ham. We came out in the second half and we were a bit half asleep for 10 minutes.
See, that's why I don't think you'll win the league. Because that little 15-minute period might cost you March, April, and May time. Because these teams will be on smoke. Like, it'll be a team that needs 3 points to escape relegation or something, and they'll be on some next level shit. Like, you never know, bro. Like, these games are just so tough. You'll be facing some mid-table side who's trying to get European football. Like, unless it's a game against like some really like mid-table side who got nothing to fight for. These games in March and April are really decided like in small moments. Like it just could be one goal, one pass.
Like games in March: Forest at home, West Ham away, Palace at home.
Yeah, but okay, just stop right there. Okay, stop right there. What are the games in March? Say them again.
Forest at home, West
Fighting
Ham
for
away,
their life immediately. West Ham away, fighting for their life. What's the third one?
Palace at home.
Okay, that's another one. See, fighting for a
With
European.
respect, I don't worry about Forest at home. The home games, I don't often worry about.
Martin, you're so much better than that, and you know it. So much better than that.
I'm not. I know what our home records.
You're so much better than I'm not worried about Forest at home because it's never about Forest.
No, I worry
fact
about those teams away. I worry more about Forest away on Saturday than I do Forest at
I
home in
understand what
March.
you're saying in concept. I'm saying Forest pull up to the Etihad in March. They might be 1 point below the relegation zone, 2 points below the relegation zone, fighting for their lives to stay in the English Premier League. So the Forest that let's say the reverse happened. Let's say Martin was facing Forest at home in December. It would be a much easier game than Forest at home in March. That's all I'm saying. Because they'll be fighting for their lives. That's it.
I'll be honest with you, January is probably one of the toughest months. January and February. January and February are the 2 toughest months.
Yeah,
For you?
exactly. That's when they play Spurs, United, and Liverpool away from home.
They play Spurs, they play United, but they play Liverpool away as
Liverpool.
well. They play Newcastle
Feb 7,
at
Feb 8.
home, play Leeds away.
We've got Leeds away, and Ellen Road can bounce when that place wants to do. See, that's where Sam's analogy is spot on. Leeds away at Ellen Road when they're fighting, very different animal. Very different animal at that point. Forest away on Saturday, very different
Let me tell you
animal.
something. If you actually win the league over Mikel Arteta, it's actually crazy. Well, I don't know where football goes from here.
You're being
be honest.
disrespectful to Man City now.
No, I'm not.
Because you're acting like it's
If
an
Mikel
underdog story.
Arteta loses
No,
this league,
but
I'm
the
gonna
reason
tell you
back
why.
it
I'm
is
gonna tell
we
you why.
turn up in the second half of the season, and we have done for 5 or 6 years on the bounce.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you what is different than this Manchester City than any Manchester City that you have even watched in your life.
It's more exciting. It's a bit more free flowing.
Exactly.
I mean, saying that,
not only this, Martin. This is the lowest ball position that City has had
Yes.
over 9 years under Pep Guardiola ever. You are even your first year when Antonio Conte won the league. You had the most position in the league. This is a different City. This is a
See,
different,
but
completely
can I
different
just say,
plan, a completely different way
people
of playing
say in the
football.
comments, they said it was a different City last season.
It wasn't. At the end, you're still top of ball
No,
position.
what I
So
mean is,
you
it was a
attack
worse.
different, but at
No,
the end, you were top of
tactically,
ball
yes.
position.
Tactically, yes, but people say with this team is not as good as it has been in the past. I agree. It wasn't last season. Just because we had KDB in the squad did not mean we had the KDB there. KDB was not the same KDB last season. He wasn't turning up in the big games. He wasn't turning up in the big moments. He was struggling last season. Hence why we didn't offer him the contract. He was already on his way out. And we were still winning the games.
You mean in the second half of the season?
Yeah, it's the mentality that Pep puts into this is why he says, oh, we do this, we're in second gear. We don't hit it till February. That's when we go. That's when the accelerator goes down. What we do is we let everyone else burn themselves out and then we go.
But Arsenal are not burning out. Arsenal are actually in first or second
Yeah.
gear as
I don't
well.
know where anyone will be in March. We'll see.
But Arsenal are in the last time Arsenal did what they're doing now, currently, they went on a magnificent run in the second half of the season. Arsenal are in the first, second gear. Bro, Martin, if this is Arsenal,
I think Arsenal are
gear,
getting away with it at the minute more than City. Yeah.
how?
The way Arsenal are playing, the way City and Arsenal are getting away with stuff at the minute. The Wolves game got away with it. Arsenal are playing poorly. We're not playing poorly.
I mean, you played poorly against Leeds and almost bottled it against Fulham. That wasn't 2 months ago.
Again, poor 15 minutes because of the tactical changes that were done.
Yeah, but Arsenal don't even have a poor 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, except for Wolves.
You're not watching, except for Wolves. Villa? Was that not poor?
Villa, Villa, we played
Villa.
quite well. First of all, yeah, you lost to Villa too.
I'm not.
Second of
I'm
all,
not talking about me. Talking about me.
No, I hear you, but I'm gonna add the same. Fair. That's a fair point. I'm gonna do the same thing you do. Which is add context to when you drop points. We played Villa without our first, second, or third choice centre back. We played against the most informed team in Europe right now at their ground, and we only lost in a last-minute stoppage winner, which was so scrappy. We defended it 4 or 5 times, and they somehow slaughtered it through. We actually played really well. We had very good opportunities to score. And Emiliano Martinez made some good saves. So it wasn't bad performance. Bad result for sure, 100%. A loss is always a bad result. But the performance wasn't bad. Sunderland, same thing. Performance wasn't bad. Performance was good.
And Arsenal didn't play when their first, second, third choice striker as well.
Third choice, yeah, against Sunderland, yeah. No, we had
against Villa. Arsenal didn't have first, second, third choice striker. Didn't have.
No, we're not allowed to do that.
Third.
I talked
That's
about
true.
going there with
You are. Okay, we are.
No, because you added that context too.
You are.
Yeah.
Because if Diaz and Gvardiol are out, or Donnarumma's out, or Haaland is out, or Foden is out, you guys, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. You guys are gonna come here and say we are playing without Haaland, or we're not playing with our centre backs. You guys are gonna do that, and I know that. You guys,
you did that with Spurs, right?
Because I'm gonna tell you something.
Ago.
Because I gotta be honest. Before Nico Gonzalez started playing well, all what I've heard from you, Martin, and the rest of the City fans are wait until Rodri is back. But now, because Nico Gonzalez is doing good, you're not complaining about Rodri not being there. But before that,
of course we need Rodri back. I'm not saying we don't.
Yeah,
we do.
But a lot of people are not saying that now. But before, 4 or 5 weeks ago, everyone was saying, wait until Rodri is back. Oh, we don't have a Ballon d'Or. It's that Ballon d'Or word, I've heard it on every single stream. Wait until our Ballon d'Or winner comes back. Wait until
I'm not being funny, but people going about it's like the injury thing. Did anyone see our bench on Saturday?
Yeah, but because your squad is not as deep as you think it is.
No, 1 minute. Instead of trying to detour away, right? I'm going to name you some names. Don't pretend you've heard of them. Don't pretend you've now all of a sudden heard of them. Because it sounds
go
good.
ahead. Go ahead.
Right?
You can read City's bench from the weekend.
No, I forget that, because I have a counter that someone super chatted this earlier. He said that the difference between City and Arsenal, and I'm not giving excuses to Arsenal, is that City's injuries are for the bench players. Like Stones and Aki's injury is as if Saliba and Gabriel are fit and are playing every game, and Hincapié and Mosquera
and Hincapié are injured. Yeah, exactly.
Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense? That
the only player that is there is, but by the way, Marmoush being injured, he's not even a starter, because even when he is fit, people wouldn't start him. The only player
Doku now.
Doku was a starter.
But Doku just got injured last week, Martin. Doku was playing the whole season. He was just injured last week. Doku missed 1 or 2 games. Gabriel has missed like now 6-7 games in a row. My point about this, if Gavardiol and Diaz are injured, now we're talking about that's equivalent to Gabriel and Saliba being injured. Now you're forced to play Ake. Like the only one is Rodri. Rodri for you is probably equal Rice for them, as important as Rice. Now that is the thing. For example, Marmoush is injured is equal to Kai Havertz or Gabriel Jesus being injured. But Arsenal had Jesus, Havertz,
Gyökeres, and
not doing this.
No, I am doing it because
this is garbage. If someone went out with a team of 4 academy players who've never touched the Premier League in their lives, people would be saying it's, what we're doing here.
But that's another reason why.
And everyone goes, oh, best 11. No, we're not doing this.
What do you mean? But that is the reality.
But that's the reason why But that's another argument in favor of Arsenal, right? That even with our injury issues, our squad is much deeper than yours, that we can still have a competent bench.
We've already said that. We've already said your squad is deeper.
Yeah, which gives us an advantage over City. Yeah. I'm saying that gives us an advantage over
the squad
City.
is deeper. Isn't that an advantage over Man City?
Yeah, of course it is. Listen, do you think I want to go into a Premier League, with due respect, with Charlie Gray on the bench?
No,
Did any of you know who Charlie Gray was before the weekend?
I don't even know him now.
Regan Heskett. I'm going on the bench with all due respect with Emil Heskey's son. Yeah, but what do you want me to do, guys?
What I'm saying is that both teams. What I'm saying,
that's why both his sons are at City and not your dusty little
Martin. Both teams injuries. Both teams had injuries. The reality is Arsenal, and I'm going to be here. Listen, I've said City have played fantastic football. Arsenal currently are playing without their top center backs, without their strikers even. It's equivalent to this, so it's different. Having a deep squad is different.
No, the point is we get one injury, we're basically done for at the minute.
Let me do that. Martin, if you are playing your best XI all the time, why do you then just take the best case scenario that they will stay fit, but not the best case scenario for Arsenal?
That's what I'm saying, Mark. I'm saying this is what I'm pushing back on. We don't have the squad. We have a good 11. And our 11 is having to roll out constantly at the minute because our bench is not up to scratch through various things and injuries.
Oh, breaking. Oh, it's not really breaking. But Fabrizio and David Ornstein just tweeted that Chelsea have decided against pursuing Semenyo.
Surprise, Chelsea Football Club.
Chelsea have decided against pursuing Semenyo, a.k.a.
Against
they called Semenyo. He said, fuck off, and they're saying this now. Semenyo's going either to
Don't boost our bench. Don't boost our bench, come Jan.
I hope
he's an Arsenal fan. If we make the call, he comes, but I don't think we get him now.
Which is, I think you're stupid. I think Arsenal are stupid.
I hope we don't sign him. I hope so. I don't want him.
Genuinely, he's an Arsenal fan. He said it many times, but
my friend here.
I prefer Barcola.
What? You prefer Barcola over Semenyo?
Ashraf Hussam, can I just do these super chats and then we're going to talk about transfers? City are more effective with position they have because they score more goals. That's of course.
Okay, yes. But in reverse, Arsenal are more effective out of possession. So now what?
Saying that, there was only Saturday where our possession was actually making goals.
You can
No,
see the
we've
chance
been a bit
against
more
every
direct.
game I watch you.
We've been a lot more direct with our goals.
Yeah,
Crystal
yeah.
Palace, you can see the chances. Fulham, you can see
By the way,
the
you've been way more
lead.
direct since Shirky started playing freely.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Gavardiol was injured at the start of the season.
Yeah, you guys, I swear, you cannot come here and tell Arsenal fans that they use excuses and then you yourself use excuses. Either it's not an excuse.
We're not allowed to use the excuses. We're banned, Hussam. This is why we took out sarcasm, but we're not allowed to. Because when City talk injuries, we're banned. You know
No,
there's a
that's
different
not it.
narrative. You know, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, it's
But
not.
how
I don't know if
many-
you're doing this, Martin.
If Liverpool spend
Vega
money, or
definitely
City
does
spend
this.
money, City is spending
Nah.
money constantly.
What
We're banned.
What a lot of City fans do, and to be honest, you have done it as well a couple of times, Martin, is City fans will give you context for when they drop points. Well, when we drop points against Spurs and Brighton, we had James Trafford. When we lost to Villa, this happened. When we lost to Newcastle, did you watch the game? Did you see the chances? But when we do the we can all do that for our feet as well.
It's the referee. It's a dodgy ref. It's the corner
This
flag.
season.
It's the
No, this
floodlight.
season isn't.
You come up
I
with every
just came-
excuse in the bloody world.
Martin.
Except
I
your
just
manager's crap.
No, wait. Martin, here's what you're doing, and here's what I'm doing. I'm quoting you directly. I'm not quoting any other City fan. You're
You
quoting
call
other
me
Arsenal-
directly.
Yes,
on.
because you told me this last time. You said Brighton and Spurs shouldn't count because it was before we made the change. When I
didn't
told
say
Newcastle,
count.
no. As in you said it's not relevant now because that was before we made the change. When I quoted Newcastle to you, you said, well, did you watch the Newcastle game? Did you see the chances we had? Right? So I'm quoting you directly. I never said referees. I just said we dropped points to Sunderland, but we played well. We dropped points to Villa, we
You
played well.
You played well. You played well. You never crap.
Exactly. I said we were crap against Wolves. We were crap against Wolves. I've said that. The point is, if you're giving context to when you drop points, give context to when other teams drop
You
points as
weren't
well.
great when you played Brentford at home.
Of course we were. What do you mean?
Did you see the Brentford? Did you see the Raya saves? Are we ignoring them?
Yeah, I understand, but that's
When Donnarumma makes
because
saves,
they opened up.
they give up chances.
I
There's
never
your
once
context.
I never once spoke about when Donnarumma makes saves. The one thing I criticized your team for was when Guardiola had to make a goal line clearance to stop your team from suffering the most humiliating result of the season from 5-1 to 5-5. That's it. I never blamed Donnarumma. I didn't blame. Wait. If you bottled the 5-1 lead to 5-5, would that not have been the most humiliating result?
With 2-point Wolves. Don't talk to me about most embarrassing performance. When you were
We didn't
playing
draw to Wolves. We beat Wolves.
Yeah, but you were what? 1 minute away from drawing with them.
And I said that was
some maybes.
But you see the difference between you and Martin. I said straight away that was a poor performance, even though we won the game. I said that was
Wolves
a poor
are on record of being the
have-
worst ever Premier League team. What are you doing here?
And I said, and I immediately said, even though we won the game, that was a very bad performance. However, you, for the games you've lost and drawn, you have not even drawn, lost, you have given context. You could have just said we played like garbage against Spurs, we played like garbage against Brighton, we played like garbage against Newcastle, and played like garbage against Villa. But you didn't. You started giving context. Spurs and Brighton was when we had Trafford. Newcastle, we had so many chances, and I don't even remember what you said for Villa. That doesn't make sense. You were bad because you were bad, and those bad results can carry on.
Yeah.
And you're dismissing that.
We were bad against Tottenham, and we were bad against Brighton. Totally agree.
And Newcastle and Villa.
I don't think we were bad at Newcastle, no.
You missed sitters,
The
which
way
is
we
the thing
lost
you're supposed to be
against
good at,
Newcastle,
right?
the way we lost against Tottenham and the way we lost against Brighton was very different to the way we lost against Newcastle.
Agreed. That's what makes it worse. You have more than one way to lose.
Context.
No, but I'm saying you have more than one way to lose because, yes, you're right. The way you lost to Brighton and the way you lost to Newcastle, for example, is two different things. I agree.
Against them. We didn't deserve anything out of Brighton and Tottenham.
You didn't. I don't think you deserve anything against Newcastle either, though.
We'll agree to disagree. We'll agree to disagree on that.
And I'll just give you the context quickly before I end it on this, because for Newcastle, yes, you will reference the chances you missed, but they also missed sitters. And the one thing that's amazing about your team that everyone praises, and rightly so, is the fact that you're deadly in attack, and you were not deadly in attack that game. And also, your only goal that game was a Ruben Dias
that's
goal.
the point. When you're not deadly in attack, do you keep clean sheets? No,
you don't. In a lot of games, not every game.
But say you're keeping clean sheets.
No, you're not.
Are we not?
No, in the last few games,
we're not keeping clean sheets.
Not
3-0.
all the time.
West Ham, clean sheet. Brentford, clean sheet.
Ooh,
Palace,
West Ham,
clean
clean
sheet.
sheet. Damn.
What we doing here?
Liverpool kept a clean sheet against
Brentford
West
was far away.
You can't. Oh, don't you start that because you suddenly got your ass
Newcastle had
because you've
XG
took it
against
off your
They had
anti-City
five-
agenda.
You said you
No,
missed chances.
Hassan, you've been
Newcastle had
quiet for
5
2
big
years.
chances and you had 3 big chances.
No,
in that.
I've figured you out. The last 2 years you've been in your title races and you've been on your little cloud nine and you've City, I'll keep nice and quiet. As soon as you jump out of a title race, you're back on your anti-City bandwagon. Don't give it me. You're about to see through. You're about to see through as a greenhouse sunshine.
Jeez.
Don't give me that crap.
Jeez.
When Liverpool are doing well, you sit in the tree. I'm the leopard in the tree. Look at me. Liverpool are suddenly doing bad. Oh, I'll start my City 115 agendas back out. You're about as predictable. You are as predictable as bloody weather, you.
Martin is calling out Hussam like he's actually worked with him. You can tell Martin and Hussam worked together before.
Number 2, one thing about me, Martin,
I work with him all the time. He knows.
I've always had the anti-City agenda. I've never denied this ever.
He knows it. Well, he's kept it quiet for 2 years because he's been on the happy cloud.
I'm the one. Like I'm not even.
I do remember 2 years ago, Hussam got cooked once when he had a show on Terry's channel with Steve, the City fan. And he was like, you cheat, you guys are cheats, And Steve's rebuttal was, we haven't been caught for cheating. Your club has been caught for cheating when you were stealing scouting data from City. So I was like, bruh, that was bad. And I remember Hussam didn't even have a good rebuttal at the time. That was bad.
He never has a good rebuttal. You know when he hasn't got a rebuttal when he goes 130, 115. That's his rebuttal.
But here's the thing. City fans moan when people say we don't care about City. A guy comes here that hates City and you're bothered as well. I hate Man City. I hope we get liquidated.
No, that was my argument to Igal. I know people hate City. They just for some reason.
I hate City and I own it.
It's like a tag they don't want. They go, we don't talk about you. You're not relevant, but we'll post about you everywhere we are.
There's the reason why I say I prefer Arsenal to win the league. I hate Man City. It's a well-known fact. You robbed us of a league title with Rodri, and I ain't over it.
Yeah.
Rodri
and you robbed our database. 1-1. What we doing?
No problem. We paid the fine. Can you give me my league?
Only one team has been done for hacking, and it won't mind
sometimes. Against Nigeria, by the way. Big up Tanzania. Big up all the hold that all the Nigerians in the chat.
So what you're saying is my hacker is better than your hacker.
No, I'm saying that I paid the $1 million fine and I did my time. Can I get my league title now, please? That's what I'm saying. Frauds. Michael Oliver, the loser as well.
Anyway, right, I'm jumping. I'm off to go and celebrate Christmas.
Big up, Martin.
Big up, Martin. Big up, Martin. Merry Christmas.
Big up the chat. Hit the like. Keep doing your City agenda, and we'll keep calling it out.
Enjoy.
See this? You see?
A big super chat. Just a super chat. A super chat came from Martin.
Martin, you were talking about Brentford. They had one shot on target, 0.35 XG against us. That is the one corner save from David Raya. Crystal Palace had 1.88 XG against you and 0 goals. And you had 1.19 XG with 3 goals. So there are always games where both play bad and win.
But that was a very good point. That was my point.
No, your point was we played bad against Brentford or
Brentford. Your point was the opposite of this. What do you mean that was
my point? Your point was the opposite of this.
No, my point was when City play bad, when we lose, we can play bad. i.e. Tottenham played bad. Brighton played bad. Newcastle was not bad.
Rama, I actually have a very good answer to this. Martin, when you play bad, you lose. When Arsenal play bad, they still win. But have you ever thought about it like this? Have you ever thought about it like this? When Arsenal play bad, they win the game. When you play bad, you lose the game.
Listen, I don't know why you're doing all these things. Listen, we get you want Arsenal to win the league. We get it. The Arsenal tops are out. North London forever and all that. We get it.
You know what?
I know you're loving it.
I wore more City shirts on streams than Arsenal shirts. Here you go. Listen, look at this.
All I'll say is, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this before I go. You dare allow us to win this league. You dare.
Right, if you win this league.
And you dare allow us to win the league as well.
I will come back here with a cigar, bottle of champagne, the old lot, and I will dunk on every single
You realize, Martin, if Arsenal win the league, I'm not the guy
will
who's going to
say
go back.
congratulations. I will say
No, but
congratulations.
that's not who I am. But I know you work with people like Igal and Gunnar
He
Solskjaer.
works with Igal every Tuesday.
They're gonna
Yep.
make your summer miserable. I won't. You'll
Martin
come
is
here.
gonna be
I'm like, hey guys, we want that
miserable.
thing.
And I'm breaking.
But
I've seen
Igal
Arsenal win a league.
And these
I've
guys
seen
are gonna
Arsenal
make
win a
your
league.
lives miserable.
You know what?
No.
Unlike
You've
some
seen
Arsenal
Arsenal-
fans,
don't
I've
you
seen
know
Arsenal
Igal.
win leagues.
It's not the
20
same.
years ago.
It's not the
Stop it.
same. Yeah,
I've
you
seen
saw
Arsenal win leagues before half of Arsenal fans in here.
I
Yeah,
agree.
but you
I
didn't
agree.
know
I
Igal
agree.
20 years ago. You didn't know.
Yeah,
What do you mean about it?
Martin, I'll explain to you something. You're obviously a content creator. You're big on like social media and stuff.
Oh, he's
You have
massive. He's
Arsenal-
a huge.
Yeah, he's massive.
No, I'm not.
You
No,
have
he's
seen
not.
Arsenal. Yeah, he's massive, bro. You have seen Arsenal win the league before
Yeah.
social media.
By the way,
Arsenal
Bomba,
win the league.
Martin, 1 second, Bomba. Understand Man City have been pushing a lot in the last 12 hours to try advance on Semenyo deal. Viana and direct talks with players camp as City want final answer as soon as possible. City insisting Liverpool monitoring Chelsea are out. Did I not
Monitor
tell you?
FC. Monitor
Yeah.
FC is back.
I don't
Liverpool
tell
had
you.
their summer.
يا عمي we're
Liverpool.
looking at Barcola انت مش راضي تستوعب؟
I love
I'm
that
giving you
word. I love
exclusive
that
news
word,
on
monitor.
Oh, يا
When did that
معفن.
word become popular? Monitor. And we're
Barcola is not
monitoring.
better than Semenyo, and you're not gonna.
We're
tell me.
monitoring.
It's what we need. We
Definitely
need a
Semenyo.
dribbler. We need a dribbler badly.
Semenyo is a better dribbler than Barcola.
I need a
No,
dribble.
no, no, no.
You need a
Ashraf,
dribble.
I'll tell you right
100%.
now. One thing about
Right, anyway,
Barcola
big
is
up.
dribbling.
Merry Christmas. Happy
So big up,
holidays.
big up,
I want
Martin.
to-
Yeah, big up,
big
big
up.
up, Martin. Big up, Martin.
I disagree with you, Osam. Actually, I think
I
Semenyo
have
currently
cigars.
is a goal. Number one, you struggle for goals. Okay, the reason why you struggle for goals is that because currently, as it's last season, Mohamed Salah scored
Because
most
we
of your
struggle
goals.
for creativity.
So you have Wirtz, who should create. You need a winger that is gonna be like Mohamed Salah, direct. Semenyo currently, as it stands, is a direct winger that likes to score goals more than create. Right? You need a Semenyo to carry the weight a little bit off Ekitike's shoulder, and when Salah comes back, so Semenyo suits you better than Barcola. Listen, I do watch a lot, but I'm gonna
He
admit
plays right, he
I-
plays left. He's an
I-
ambipedalist.
I don't watch
Yeah.
a lot of Barcola, right? I don't watch a lot of Barcola. However, Barcola is good, but he's young, right? I think he's 21 or something like this. Semenyo's 25. You get Semenyo, he gets you in the second half of the season 10 goals or something in this team. Wirtz and Ekitike and Salah and these guys give him space. I think he suits your team better. And I think if I actually think the problem is not Liverpool. Liverpool can get whoever, right? I think if Arsenal allows Semenyo to go to City, they're making one of the biggest mistakes in transfer windows. I'm being honest. For that price, for 65 million, if you're going to sell even Martinelli for 40 and put 25, and by the way, Martinelli's 24, Semenyo's 25. It's not like Martinelli's young and Semenyo's old, right? It's one of the biggest mistakes. One of the
Okay,
biggest mistakes.
okay, I'll let Ashraf answer for Arsenal's
طب خليك
perspective.
ثانية واحدة
I-
عشان هعمل حاجة. ثانية واحدة. أوب. بس
I
خلاص
don't
عشان بس.
necessarily disagree with you when it comes to Arsenal's perspective, but I'm very biased when it comes to Barcola. People in the chat will tell you I wanted him at Liverpool from Lyon days. I love Bradley Barcola. I really do. Like I think the thing is the reason why Liverpool failed to score goals now is a lack of creativity, not a lack of goal scorers. I think we struggle to advance the ball. We struggle to have someone who can get past 2-3 players and create spaces for others. That's something that we struggle with right now. So for me, I think Barcola suits us more because I think if you tell me Semenyo is better in the final third, I'll agree with you. But no one, I think I can't believe Ashraf hasn't even come off mute for this. But
But
Barcola's
Barcola
probably-
doesn't create enough, Habibi.
Barcola is one of the
a lot of
best
times-
dribblers in the world.
That's it. He dribbles.
We
he
need
messes
a
up in the
dribbler.
final
I'm
third.
desperate for a dribbler.
But you need a dribbler who can, after he dribbles, he does the right thing. He dribbles and does the wrong thing.
We can
I'm
coach
telling you, you
that
don't want
lad.
you want someone like Desiree Doué, yes, who dribbles also like crazy, but he
If
makes
you
the
give
right
me Desiree
choice.
Doué right now, I would
But
bite
that's
your hand.
but and I agree. But my point is, when it's Semenyo or Barcola, you should rather take the player who's also a decent dribbler, just not as good as Barcola, but makes the best decisions final third, or a lot of good decisions
Okay,
in the
here's
final
difference
third.
between me and
Plus,
you.
he can
I
he
don't
can
rate
play right and
Semenyo
left, yeah,
highly.
Hussam.
I don't rate Semenyo's highly. That's it. I just think Semenyo's
And by the way, remember, guys, Barcola's dribbles in Ligue 1 are when he has a lot of space and he's running into it. He doesn't do these dribbles a lot of times in very tight spaces, which he's not going to get at. To be honest, Liverpool, a lot of times, if they go back to the Klopp era, they play a very open game against every team because they play that rock and roll. So if you play that style of Klopp, then yes, I think Semenyo would destroy. Barcola would destroy a lot of teams. But his finishing is so awful, man. I'm telling you, he misses one-on-ones like crazy.
I have no idea how Sam you're still on that like that. The thing is like you don't want someone that is in the Premier League today scoring goals like a Semenyo. I think it's crazy, bro. You want a young player like a Barcola? I think you're crazy. Wallah al-Azim, I think you're crazy. Barcola is good on the eye, dribbles and stuff. But with all due respect, PSG have like 3-4 players that are better than him offensively. You're going to take PSG's fourth choice forward after Dembele, after Kvaratskhelia, after Desiree Doué. You're taking the fourth choice of PSG. I think you're selling your club short. To be honest with you.
Mo,
If you're telling me Kvaratskhelia,
this is how confident I am in Barcola. The fact that I wanted him from his Lyon days, number one, makes me so confident with signing to the level. I'll tell you something right now. Barcola at Liverpool will outperform Semenyo at Man City. Mark my words.
Oof. That is a big take, bro. Because
Big
Semenyo at Man
take,
City will
but
start
I will
every
own
game
it.
on the left.
I will own it.
on the right.
Okay? Or on the right, yeah, whichever. Wait,
On the right,
wait.
mean right,
Actually,
Habibi, mean.
yeah. It won't be on the right. It will be on the left. Habibi.
Barcola playing on the
Because-
left for us. I right, Habibi. Inter
Guys,
right.
No.
Semenyo, guys,
Guys, he's talking about
Semenyo,
Semenyo. City.
Doku is gonna start on the left and Semenyo on the right because he can play right-footed.
Wait. So who'd start in the
Look
middle?
at this guy.
Who's-
You're
No,
wrong.
exactly.
For both.
You're wrong for both. Who would start in
Semenyo
the
on
middle for
left,
City then?
Cherki on the right. صح.
Exactly. صح شوي. They're not gonna play
front
Semenyo on the right and drop
both,
Cherki or Foden.
you both shouted and yelled. I think the midfield will be, if Rodri is not fit, it will be Nico Gonzalez, Foden and Cherki, or one of them. One of them is benched. Why not? Or it's going to be Bernardo Silva, one of Foden and Cherki, and Nico Gonzalez. So what is wrong with that? I don't understand.
No. Pick your tomorrow. Let's say they sign Semenyo. Tomorrow
Okay.
they're playing Liverpool away or United away or Spurs away, which are actually games that are coming up.
Okay, I can answer. Yeah,
Everyone
just
is-
give me the game. Give me
Yes.
the game first. Just give me the game.
That's Yalla. What midfield and attack does he start?
He starts Haaland, Semenyo on the right, Doku on the left. He starts Foden, and he starts Bernardo Silva and Nico Gonzalez, and he benches Cherki.
I wish he does that. I think he will get ripped open in midfield. I wish he does that.
Mo,
Ya Allah, please, Pep, listen to
Mo,
me.
it's completely being wrong and strong because I'll speak for Ashraf here. This is what Pep will do for 90% of the games. Cherki right, Foden 10, Haaland 9, left Semenyo. Done.
Exactly.
this.
Because he's
By the way,
not
Semenyo's played more games left wing than right wing. Go check the stats.
and also first of all, he's not going to drop Cherki, who's been one of his best players. He's not going to drop Foden, who's been one of his best players. He needs Nico Gonzalez as a DM, and he's not going to leave Nico Gonzalez without any quality between that
who's
can help
gonna
him
be
win the
dropped?
ball back.
Semenyo is going to be dropped or Doku?
Semenyo or Doku, one of them
Doku
starts.
gets dropped. Easiest
One of
answer.
them gets dropped. And I think Doku gets dropped. Yes, exactly.
Habibi, Pep doesn't even rate Marmoush. You think he rates Doku?
He does rate Doku.
No, he does not.
I think you all are. I think
He
you all
rates
are
Doku
waffling.
so much that he's getting
Liver-
Semenyo.
A Liverpool and an Arsenal fan are just waffling and in their feelings. I think Pep goes to playing two wingers.
The right winger. who
Am
just-
I gonna finish ever
Go
a
ahead,
take
go
on
ahead.
this channel ever on this show?
Ya Habibi,
Sometimes.
Mazloom.
Sometimes.
Well,
Miskeen, wallah. He's the victim.
well,
He's the victim.
Mazloom.
It's like, guys, my channel, I don't get to talk
Pep,
as much.
Pep actually,
Here's the word
Doku.
smallest.
he
violence.
actually likes Doku a lot. And if he signs Semenyo, he's gonna be embedded in the team slowly, probably on the right side. He might start Cherki some games and Semenyo some games, right? And I think the midfield of Bernardo, Nico Gonzalez, and maybe sometimes Reinders is gonna start and Foden is gonna start because he likes Foden. I think that lineup of Foden, Bernardo, Nico Gonzalez, Semenyo right winger, Doku left winger, and Haaland up top works very well actually. Like genuinely work. And I think that Pep always, yes, he has a preferable lineup, but when the games come thick and fast, he will rotate between Cherki on the right or Semenyo on the right, and in the midfield is going to be Reinders, Bernardo Silva. I don't know why that is so. City fans will tell you in the chat that I'm right. You all are wrong. And I'm just going to say it.
I think
you
you're
both are
wrong.
wrong. I think you're wrong, actually.
the
Doku
reason
is
I think
so
you're wrong-
rated by Pep. The reason why Doku is so rated by Pep is because Doku gets him out of trouble the majority of the time on the counter. if you watch Doku now, he actually gets involved on the line on the left when City are under the pressure. He actually is the one, the go-to guy is Doku on that left. He gets him out of trouble, he dribbles, he wins him foul, he slows down the game. So Doku is very important. For Semenyo is going to be the new guy. He's not going to start every single game. He's going to be embedded. That's Pep Guardiola, right?
Oh, I don't mind that take. That's what I can agree with.
The rotation
That
will
is
be
different, though.
mostly
Exactly.
the rotation mostly will be between Doku, in my opinion, between Shirky on the right side and Semenyo on the right side. He can rotate Doku. He will do that sometimes. But I think it's Semenyo will start on the right. Against smaller teams, I believe that Pep Guardiola will be able to start the lineup that I'm going to tell you now. Against smaller teams at the Etihad, which is, by the way, City have plenty of games at the Etihad where they're going to start the back line as they start. Nico Gonzalez or Rodri if he's back. Rodri, Shirky and Foden, which is he did before, by the way, when he started Kevin De Bruyne and Foden together on the pitch and the left and the right winger. So he will do Semenyo against weaker opposition, which is, by the way, I am keeping it consistent, Ashraf, because I said for Arsenal, you should start against weaker opposition at the Emirates, Eze and Odegaard on the pitch with Rice or Zubamendi, one of them as a DM. I'm keeping it consistent. I have the same opinion for all the teams.
I think in majority, because of course it's easy for us to say in this game he might do this and that. I think in majority of the remaining games, like 80%.
Ashraf, let's do to Mo what he does to us. Mo, I'll ask you a very clear question. Champions League final, who does he play? Go on.
Yeah, exactly.
But that is, I don't know who he's playing in the final. He will bench one of the wingers, one of Shirky. He's not going to start 5 attackers. He's going to start 4 attackers.
I think in majority of the games.
So I answered him. In a Champions League final, Pep will be a little bit more cautious than playing Leeds at the Etihad.
Okay, so it means one of the wingers will get dropped. Who gets dropped in that case?
Yeah, name the player.
In the Champions League final, it depends on the form at that time. Today, if they sign Semenyo tomorrow and the Champions League final is tomorrow, Semenyo is dropped. He's the new guy in the team.
But that's not obviously Semenyo with the guys, No, you're not answering the question. You're dodging.
The difference between me and them, wallahi, is I answer questions straight. I don't go around.
You don't answer questions straight because he didn't tell you. Straight. He didn't tell you. I'll explain to you why.
I do answer questions.
No, if you let me finish
someone who goes around, by the way.
You did go around. You did go around.
Straightforward, by the way.
No, you didn't. You did go around. I'll explain to you how you went around, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hussam asked the question saying, hey, if there's a Champions League obviously when Champions League final doesn't mean it's going to be played December 25th.
Is it tomorrow, Ashraf? Is it tomorrow? So tell me, is it tomorrow Champions League final and they have Semenyo?
Champions League final is in June or May or whenever it is, right? So Semenyo has played for 5 months or whenever it is, right?
Great.
Now he has his full team available. He has everyone fit and healthy.
All of them performing well. Okay, so tell me, all of them performing very well.
Let's assume for us
I need you to give me the context then, so I can answer.
Okay, all of them.
Out. Obviously, if
I'm not a cop out. I'm not a cop out. I don't do. I'm not. Don't tell me cop out. I don't do.
18 goals from January until May,
bro.
He's gonna
I don't do cop out.
But for the most part,
I do not do, guys. Wallahi al-Azim, and I'm gonna tell you something in content. Alhamdulillah, 99% of the time, I don't do cop out and I answer questions straight if someone gives me context. Alhamdulillah, I'm not like others. I don't do cop out. I didn't sit on the fence. I answer questions even if I get things wrong. Right? I am a straightforward guy. Ashraf, continue what you're saying. Put the context in so I can actually answer it.
He gave you the context.
No, he didn't. He didn't. You interrupted him. Rudely interrupted him.
He said both have good form an hour ago.
I said everyone has good form. It's a Champions League final. Everyone is available.
Everyone is available. One of Doku, Shirky, or Semenyo. For me,
but after you to name one. Yeah. Because I can tell you who I think will get dropped, but who do you think will get dropped?
It's the easiest question.
Sure.
I don't get why he's making it difficult.
Okay, Shirky. So this is where we disagree.
Shirky.
We're saying Semenyo or Doku, one of them gets dropped.
Because Pep always, the reason why, I have an answer, I have an explanation for it. The reason why Pep would drop Shirky, right? Even if Shirky's playing, because we're assuming that Shirky's playing well, Doku's playing well, Semenyo's playing well.
Yeah, everyone else.
Guardiola likes his wingers in the games. He likes wingers. Shirky isn't a winger. He's an inside forward and inside attacking mid. And if Foden plays that rule, that means two are playing the same rule together. Pep Guardiola likes, if the wingers are performing very well, The only time Pep dropped wingers actually from City is when wingers do not perform well. So because now currently Pep doesn't have a winger that is performing very well on the right side. Every time Savinho plays, he's shit. So that's why he invented the new system of having Cherki as an inside forward. When he did it in the treble season, he did it because even Riyad Mahrez then was not performing amazing, and they decided that he's leaving at the end of the season. That time, Bernardo Silva started as a right-sided winger actually at that time. And because he had, by the way, at that time, he had Kevin De Bruyne starting, right? Gundogan starting, Rodri starting. So the midfield was two kind of Gundogan playing the Foden role and Kevin De Bruyne playing the Cherki role. And he played Bernardo Silva to cover on the right side and in the middle. But
so why didn't he start two wingers by your logic that game?
Because Riyad Mahrez at that time was already dropped from the team. From that time,
he was starting. Okay.
Riyad Mahrez started being dropped. I think the performances went down a little bit for Riyad Mahrez.
I mean, he played nine Champions League games that season. He had 3 goals, 2 assists. How bad could it have been?
That is really dropped for a winger of Pep. Check the rest of the season, actually. I'm going to tell you. Let's go and check. Riyad Mahrez. How do you type Riyad Mahrez?
I'm checking his last games in the Premier League. He started full 90 minutes against Brentford, full 90 minutes against Brighton, 74 minutes against Chelsea, 90 minutes against Everton, 90 minutes against Leeds, 90 minutes against West Ham. So actually, is this Mahrez? Wait, I just want to confirm. Mahrez. Yeah, Mahrez. Yeah.
And what Bernardo Silva started all the time on the right side for us.
In the
Premier League as well. At the end, he chose Bernardo Silva to cover for Kevin De Bruyne. I'm gonna tell you.
In the Premier League, he started in every single one of the. Oh no! What? Let me finish this. Let me just make my argument forward. In the Premier League, he started in every single one of the last 7 games. In the Champions League, out of the 9 games that he's played, in the Champions League in the 9 games that he's played. Obviously, where is Inter Milan?
I know the answer. No, but not only. Let's listen
what's the answer?
In the Champions League, because the tougher games in the Champions, this is what I mean. He played very attacking opposition. He played very attacking in the league. Ashraf comes to the Bayern Munich game home and away. Comes to the Real Madrid game home and away. Comes to the final. He didn't choose Mahrez to start. Why? Because he wants to be a little bit more cautious. That goes back to my point, Ashraf. Against oppositions in the league, Pep Guardiola might play 1 DM, 2 Foden as an 8 and Cherki as well. 2 wingers and a forward. Comes the tough games, he will have to drop one of them to be a little bit more cautious. Which one of them, depending on the form. But if all of them are performing well, I actually think that Pep Guardiola likes wingers more.
Yeah, but our whole argument was. No, but our whole argument was, even though Mahrez was performing and in the league he was getting goals and assists,
but he wasn't. But he didn't play in the Champions League because he didn't because in the Champions League he wasn't performing well, and he dropped him. Bayern Munich, maybe he dropped him since the quarter final. He dropped the guy. He didn't.
But what do you mean he wasn't? No, but what do you mean he wasn't performing well when just before he got dropped? Wait, but you're not giving fake. You're giving fake stats because he played. The game before Bayern Munich, he played against Leipzig, he had an assist. The game before that, played against Leipzig, he scored. The game before that, he played against Sevilla, he scored. So in his last 3 Champions League games, he had a G in every game.
Ashraf, the last 12 games, 15 games in the Premier League, he played 11 of them. He had 0 goals, Ashraf. 0.
But he had assists. Why are you not seeing the assists? Do you think I cannot see the stats?
He had 6 assists in 11 games for the winger. Is that good for Riyad Mahrez level?
I understand that, but you're now. Let me tell you. No, don't interrupt me now. Let me tell you the assists he got. Okay, I'll go after you.
Everton 17th, Leeds was 17th, West Ham were 18th, and then he got an assist in the beginning against Liverpool. He blanked against the rest of them. So what is your point?
Okay, can I rebuttal?
Go ahead.
Rebuttal? Okay, don't interrupt me, please.
I'm not.
The whole argument started by us and Hussam saying. The whole argument started by us and Hussam and I saying that in the final of a Champions League, if everyone is fit, who would he start? Mo started by saying he would start the wingers because he would prefer wingers. That's been factually debunked because when he played the last Champions League final, he dropped a winger and played Bernardo Silva, who, yes, traditionally years ago was a winger, but he stopped being a winger for years now, right? And even in that season. And then he started saying, oh, but yeah, Mahrez was already dropped before that. No, he wasn't, because in his last 7 Premier League games, he started every single game.
So why are you ignoring the Champions League time? Why do you ignore the Champions League?
I'm coming. Please, I said I'm coming to it.
Why are you
I'm
interrupting?
building. I'm building.
Okay.
And then in the Premier League, he started the last 7 games, which means Mahrez was a starter at the point. And in those last 7 games that he started, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 assists in those 7 games. So it's not like he was starting and playing like garbage. He was starting and getting GA. In the Champions League, Mo said, oh, he wasn't performing in the Champions League. But the 3 games he played before he got dropped against Bayern, he actually had G in every single one of them. He played against Leipzig when they won 7-0. He had an assist. He played against Leipzig in the 1-1 game. He's the one who scored that goal to give them the equalizer. And he played against Sevilla the game before that, and he scored a goal as well when they won 3-1. So whatever metric you look at, Mo's first argument, he likes to play 2 wingers, factually debunked based on the 2023 final. Mahrez was in poor form. Was not starting at the time, factually debunked, because he was starting every single Premier League game in the last 7 games. Mahrez was not performing in the Champions League, which is why he got dropped against Bayern. Factually debunked, because he scored
No. I didn't say
in
what
every
you
single
said.
game before the Bayern game.
I said when your manager drops you, that
He's
means he
tried on
doesn't
3
trust you.
Don't
That
interrupt.
means he doesn't trust you. خلاص he finished. He doesn't trust his manager. He doesn't trust his player in the Champions League. He played Bernardo as a winger to cover for the midfielders. That's simple.
That's why he will not start Semenyo. He will start Shirky.
And he will start Shirky who doesn't defend.
No, not just who doesn't defend. But first of all, Semenyo also doesn't defend, by the way. A lot of times he stays up top. Maybe his mind changed.
Semenyo does defend. Me and Osam spoken about this.
And secondly, there's no way, there's absolutely no way in hell. Again, we're assuming everyone performs at this level. If everyone continues performing at this level, there is no way in hell he drops Foden or Shirky, because they're performing at a level which is at a world-class level.
By the way, your lineups are out for the game.
Okay, so Semenyo.
I saw it. I am worried about the midfield. I'm not gonna
There's
lie.
a guy called Salman playing. I've never heard of him.
What?
No, he's not playing.
So
He's on the bench.
you're assuming that if
He's
Semenyo,
literally
by the way,
starting.
this is the lineup for
not.
Arsenal. If
16 years
Semenyo
old,
actually
born
is
in
playing well,
2009.
He's not playing. He's on the bench.
It literally shows on Google he's starting.
Sam, the lineup for Arsenal is
Sam, he's
Kepa,
on the
Timber,
bench.
Saliba, Calafiori, Lewis Kelly, Eze, Norgard, Moreno, Madueke, Jesus, Martinelli. What are you talking about?
What do you
Wallahi,
want
it
about?
shows Salmon on
I don't know. Like I literally
I don't
checked
know
the lineup now.
on Google. It says Salmon.
By the way, if Arsenal lose this, guys, we're live actually after the game on MHF, me and Osama actually. We'll see, Ashraf. I think we'll see. Maybe you got a point about the wing, but I still think that if Semenyo is performing as good and Shirky and Foden, he will drop someone and play the winger. I still think that Pep Guardiola likes to play wingers.
I think he will play one winger. Yes, I don't think he'll play both, because the output and creativity he can get from Foden and Shirky can destroy teams.
But you are assuming that. But Semenyo, if he continues in the same trajectory and he improves at City, he will be fantastic as well. He will
Which
get
is
a
why
lot
I
of
said he-
output.
amazing. Which is why I said he would drop Doku. Which is why I said
The
he
thing
would drop
about
Doku.
it, I think Doku gives him another element of the game, which is getting out of the press when he's pressed. Because he's
And
the
a
only
lot
one.
of times,
Because he's the only quick guy. He's the only guy that gets quick. Let me finish. Currently, as it stands, Doku's the only one that is dribbles like this. I think Semenyo, Doku is dribbling is ridiculous, to be honest with you.
It is.
Can you guys make a Prem 11 who has the streets? I'm going to tell you something, my friends.
This needs a whole stream by itself.
Full show. Appreciate your super chat. Appreciate your contribution. But we're not going to sit here and do another Prem 11 who has the street.
That needs a whole hour and a half by itself.
Appreciate. Osam was right earlier. Inter absolutely suck. Okay, Hamid.
Yep, 100% Hamid.
So now FSG is
Oh,
back
now
to
you two are
monitor-
friends. But in the other stream, you guys were cooking each other for the nationality.
Adi,
By the way, I
Hamid
didn't
will
even-
come and watch.
I
Adi,
didn't even
Hamid
get
will
to
come and
criticize Hussam for my country winning
Hamid
against
will
Jordan.
come on the Arsenal watch along
Okay.
and go like Liverpool
that
suck as well. Adi, this is Hamid energy.
Did you enjoy the final, Hussam? Actually, it's honestly, I don't even banter like that.
والله
It's just-
حرام. I'm gonna tell you something. والله حرام. يعني أنا for me, I felt bad for Jordan for one reason, right? I know that you're Moroccan. You know,
حرام.
Morocco doesn't need the Arab Cup. أنت عارف I
Okay,
felt
just don't say
bad.
wallahi haram. That's itself is like
يعني-
haram for you to say that.
You get
But
my
anyways,
point. This
go on.
Egyptians, Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm Egyptian. This is how we speak. خلاص.
Okay, wait. Why are you saying it was like what?
يعني
Why?
I
What do
think,
you,
like
like
Morocco, the fourth in the World Cup. You guys might win the AFCON. Jordan are like sitting in their first team. You can
Senegal.
tell, like, I know this is Morocco's third team. You kind of didn't need the Arab
Fourth.
Cup. Jordan really needed that. You know what I mean? They needed this cup.
Hey,
And I felt
then
bad
they should have.
for
They
Jordan.
should have won it then.
Right after, as soon as the extra time started, wallahi, that one getting ruled off is crazy. I swear.
It's
I
not
didn't
crazy.
watch
It's
the
a
game,
law.
to be honest.
I saw you always, Hassam. Sometimes I understand because we all
He
do
shot
it in the
straight
moment.
at his arm from
But
1
you get
centimeter
emotional
away.
in the moment and you say things that are
وين يروح
illogical. Like
بإيده يا أخي يقطعها؟
doesn't
طب خلاص
matter. The
ممكن
law is the law.
let me do this. We can move on. So now FSG is back to monitoring and allowing other teams to steal players. Callum must answer for his crimes. Sam answered this,
Who's
Akia.
Callum?
I don't want Semenyo, man. Akia, come on the watch along. We'll speak. Don't worry.
Barcola has 4 position team. Semenyo for counters. Best for position teams.
Barcola best for
Barcola,
possession
one
team.
thing about Barcola.
I don't know.
that
Ashraf
one-
and Osam can
no one
educate me
can
about
take
Barcola.
away
I don't
the
watch a lot of Barcola.
no one can take away in the planet from Barcola is his dribbling ability, which we don't just
Yeah.
need. People don't understand. We desperately need a dribbler in the team. Desperately.
I actually, and I actually disagree. I think Barcola would be better in a counter-attacking team because the way he dribbles and his pace and the way he runs in open spaces works better for counter-attacking teams. Semenyo can also do it in tight spaces. Semenyo can also get in behind and finish. So I think it's the opposite for me.
Big up Castor, my second country, Haiti. We're gonna win the World
He's
Cup.
just lying. He's just
I want to
lying.
thank
There's
everyone
no
that
record.
joined us. This is going to take you to Don Osam. He's doing a watch along for Arsenal Crystal Palace. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. Arteta doesn't rate the cup as much as some Arsenal fans rate the cup. It's very obvious from the lineup. So
I don't
I
rate
know
it
that
either, to be honest. But
if
I want it to win.
Arsenal, I know that this is a Carabao Cup quarterfinal and everything. But guys, you got to understand, Arteta has his eyes on the Champions League and the thing. And I'm not giving him excuses. You're playing at home. You should be able to win against Palace. But clearly, the manager sends a message that we don't care about this cup. So, but I'm here for the meltdown and the cry after the game. I will see you on Osama's watch along. Don't go anywhere. And you frauds, we have 300 votes and only 177 likes. So hit that like button, subscribe.
Those are Barcola conversion numbers. Probably
Absolutely.
even better.
I will see you guys later on MHF and we're out of here, people.
See you guys later.